Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the new banner unit TEQ Frost. Now, just from a brief glance of his passive, this guy looks alright. He doesn't really look like anything too crazy, but he's not necessarily like bad. For instance, the TEQ Ice and Nova Shenron, you know, this guy's definitely a better banner unit than them. But I don't think this guy is anywhere near the level of STR Piccolo, Yajirobe, Android 8, or anything like that. Or even like the TEQ Rage Vegeta. I think this guy definitely does kind of fall short, but in the right situations, he can look alright. He is a little bit of a support unit. He gets a lot of attack and defense on Super, and then he gets a lot of attack and defense on his actual Super Attack effect as well. So in slot 2 and 3, he can work good. But I don't know, I feel like overall, just kind of an odd unit. They definitely could have made him a lot better. But yeah, before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, keep in mind there are timestamps in the video. So if you want to skip around to any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So on this opening rotation right here, we are drowning in support. We have a lot. We've got 40% from the Kaba and then 50% from the Cell. And we also have 4 out of 7 links, so we got a lot of links active. And start of turn, we're at 185k defense. So that is kind of bad, right? Start of turn, 185k, definitely very low. But we get 160% when performing a super. So that alone would set us at, what, over 400k defense, right? So, I mean, that definitely is pretty good. And then we also do get 50% from our super attack effect if we have a Frieza in the same rotation, which actually we do not. So we don't get the 50% here, we just get 30%. So from that, we're going to be at like 500k defense, which honestly, that is pretty bad. If I'm being honest with you, just 500k defense does kind of suck. But keep in mind, we do have additionals right here. So if we get lucky with supers, we could look alright. And we do have a lot of support as well. So I don't know, considering we have as much support as we do, what do we have, 90% attack and defense support? I don't know, I would expect them to look a little bit better actually. So that's not really the worst rotation, but not really the best. A 6.1 million attack stat, that's alright. You know, I mean, what is there to say? That's not really anything too crazy. Wow, that's that was a big jump up though, alright. Yeah. Well, we jumped up to 10 million with an 8.6 million crit. Alright, so the first attack stat, not the craziest, but our damage really got up there very quickly. So, pretty solid opening rotation. Defensively, we really weren't looking the craziest. But, you know, offensively, we did some solid damage. And it is also worth mentioning this guy is a support unit. He supports for 1 key and 30% attack and defense for transformation boost category allies. And then an additional 10% attack and defense and crit chance for Universe Survival Saga category allies that I guess are also on Transformation Boost. So pretty good support. It's nothing too crazy. I mean, the crit chance is pretty nice. And if they're on Transformation Boost and Universe Survival Saga, then they get 40% attack and defense, which then that is very good. But I don't really think there's that many units like that, at least right now. Or at least many top tier units like that. So not really the craziest, but, you know, not really the worst either. Anyway, so right here, we did lose out on some support, so we're at 155k defense. So a little bit of a drop-off, and we are going to have 3 out of 7 links. Now, we don't have the Frieza on rotation yet either, so we're only getting 30% attack and defense on our super, which is still pretty solid considering we do have built-in additionals. I think we have an additional that has a high chance to become a super, but, you know, nothing too crazy right now, right? I mean, defensively, not really all that crazy. I think right there, what we were at, like, what, 400k defense, 500k at most. Well, we got the double super, so yeah, probably around 500k. But still not really the craziest. I think you probably should go full additionals with this guy, just to really capitalize on the 30% not on the 30. Well, yeah, the 30% too, but the 50% he gets if you have a Frieza on the rotation. Especially because if you're doing 3 supers and you get 50% on every super attack, your defense could probably start to approach like 700, 800, 900k, right? So that definitely is very good. But even at that, that's not really the craziest. I mean, it's good for a banner unit who supports and can do alright damage. But, well, on the first rotation, we did really good damage. I don't know what that was about. It's probably because we had like 90% support. But obviously, on this or the previous rotation, we kind of lost a lot of support. So that's why our attack stat was so low. But anyway, his attack isn't really that crazy. But, you know, if you're getting a lot of supers off, your defense can look alright. But it's not really that good. because your defense is only getting to the, like 800, 900k for triple supering, and even at that, you don't have guard, you don't have damage reduction, you don't have anything like that, so you're still dying from a lot of these like hard-hitting enemy super attacks, right? But anyway, on this rotation, we also have a lot of support again. We have 5 out of 7 links. Damn, whoever I put in slot 1 is going to kill. Alright, never mind. So we don't have 5 out of 7. We're going to have 4 out of 7. And we have 180k start of turn defense. Not really the best. Not really the worst, though. I don't know. Kind of 50-50 on that. Because, I mean, he's supporting, right? And he does lower enemies' attack and defense. He's got some stunning going on. So in Super Battle Road, he can be pretty useful. But in places like this, I really don't think he's going to be that good. He's just not bringing a lot to the table. Or he's not really doing that much, considering, like, he's only on 3 teams. So if you do bring him on those teams, at that point, it's like, why are you bringing them, you know? Because, I mean, there's just better options. Now, alright, what we'll do is we'll just put both the Kales in the first slot, because they'll kill. I did my showcase on this Kale earlier. She's insane, right? I guess Frost does fit on her 200%. So if you really want to throw Frost on the team, I mean, it could work. To an extent, I guess. I mean, they're not going to link well, right? I think they only share, like, what, at most, like, 3 out of 7 links, which, you know, not really the best. Frost does support, though, so actually, you know what, that does make it a little bit better, but Frost just really is not that good. You have to have him in slot 2, and in certain situations, Kale isn't really going to be the best in slot 1, especially if her damage reduction isn't built up. So, I don't know. I feel like this Frost, again, just is really wonky. I don't really know where you're supposed to run him. I mean, you know, you could say Super Battle Road, which I guess would make sense, but even there, like, with how hard extreme Super Battle Road enemies are hitting, it's not really going to be, he's not going to perform that well. He's still going to take a lot of damage. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. But anyway, right here, we are going to have the unit super attack. We're at 167k defense. So after everything's said and done, without considering additionals, our defense is going to be... a little over 500k once again, and then with additionals, then we would jump up to like 700k, and then if we get the triple super, 800k, and it's like I was saying earlier, just, you know, it does start to get pretty crazy. But alright, we'll use a Senzu Bean, just because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to kill right here, or I do want to kill, but I don't want the, or I don't want to die, not that I don't want to kill, yeah, I don't want to die right here, because, I don't know, the freeze in slot 1 might take a little bit of damage. Now, it's kind of the same thing with the Frost that it is with the Kale. It's just like the teams he's on are just not good, and they really need buffs. Like Universe 6, really not that good. Universe Survival Saga, I hate to say it, but it's really not that good at this point either. And then the other one is, I think, Transformation Boost, which is alright. I guess that's probably his best category, and, you know, it's not the worst, but it's not really the best either, right? I'll say that. It definitely needs, like, some better options to it, because, I don't know, I feel like the team, it's just lacking a couple things, right? But it's not the worst. Definitely is his best team, but he's not going to work very well on that team, because that team is dominated by, like, a lot of Sands, and you need to have this guy, let alone, like, with, and you need to have this guy with other, like, you know, Frieza units and stuff like that, so it just makes it to where he's not really going to work that well. But what we'll do is we will go ahead and showcase this next rotation right here. We'll nuke with him, and then we'll probably just cut to the unit breakdown and call it a video. Overall, this Frost is just not really the best, right? He's very wonky. I don't think he's going to be that crazy or that useful, let alone at that, because, like, we needed more, right? Universe 6 needs some crazy buffs, and Frost just isn't really providing that. So, I don't know, but maybe in Super Battle Road he can be useful. I mean, but if you're useful in Super Battle Road, typically those type of units have, like, a lot of categories, so you can bring them in, you know, a lot of different stages, because, of course, I guess Super Battle Road would be their intended use. But, like, this guy's on 3 categories, right? So, I don't know, I don't really know if I want to call him a Super Battle Road unit. I mean, look at that. Like, are you really going to call this guy a Super Battle Road unit when you can only bring him in 3 stages? So, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I'm hating on him too much, but I don't know. Alright, so we'll pop the Ghost Usher, because, once again, I don't want to die. And we'll go ahead and pop these 2 items right here. Hopefully we get lucky with Key Spheres, which we already actually had some TEQ Key Spheres to begin with. So, actually, let me get that really quick, just so we don't got to worry about the Frieza taking all the Key Spheres. But hopefully we get those int ones. Wow, we didn't. Okay. I'm going to cut back to a different rotation with better key sphere luck. All right, so we got a better rotation in terms of key spheres right here. We are going to get 17, so definitely pretty good there. And then we are going to pop the World Tournament Announcer item. I'll pop the Ghost Usher again just because don't want to worry about dying. And, I mean, yeah, overall, Frost, you know, not the worst unit, not the best. He's not bringing too much to the table. But in the right situations, he can look somewhat impressive. He definitely needed to be better, though, because Universe 6 desperately needs the help right now. And this guy really just does not provide that. But we're at a 13 million attack stat with 17 key spheres. Not the worst, I guess. This animation looks cool. I mean, there's that, right? I like the Frost and Frieza dynamic. So definitely good animations. I just think his performance is a little on the lower end. So, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it with this Frost. He doesn't really build up or anything, right? There's just the, you know, the support he gives, the attack and defense on super, and then all that. So, kind of a basic unit. And, I mean, yeah, with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. All right, here we have Domination by Force, Frost Final Form. So, starting off with his leader skill, it is Transformation Boost, Category Key +3, HP attack and defense plus 130%. Not the best leader skill, but, you know, it's a banner unit. You're not really running him for his lead. His passive is that he gets attack and defense plus 80%. He gets attack and defense plus 160% when performing his super. He gives Transformation Boost category allies 1 key and 30% attack and defense. And then he gives an additional 10% attack and defense and crit chance to characters who belong in the Universe Survival Saga category. And then also, when there's an ally in the Transformation Boost category participating in the same turn, then he gets the additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. And then he also does reduce the enemy's attack by 20% for 2 turns. So I guess that's alright, you know, that's good for Super Battle Road. And the additional that has a high chance to become a super definitely is very good just universally in the game. So pretty good right there. And then this guy gets attack plus 160% if the enemy is in attack down, defense down, stun, or sealed. So I'm pretty sure that's why we hit the 10 million attack stat on that one rotation, because the enemy did have his like attack or defense lowered. So definitely very good there. And then this guy's super attack on his 12 key is that he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage. And then when you have a Frieza on the same rotation as this guy, then you get 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage, and then you seal and then have a high chance to stun. So definitely very good there. And then this guy's links and categories are Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Coward, Universe's Most Malevolent, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle. And then his categories are Transformation Boost, Universe Survival Saga, and Universe 6. Yeah, just not a lot of categories. His links are, I guess, kind of good. You know, he'll work reasonably well with some Friezas. So there is that. But, I mean, yeah, other than that, that pretty much is the unit. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this guy down in the comments. Let me know if you think I was too harsh on him, or let me know if you think I went too easy on him. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.